All right, we have Tyler Davis, Swaggy T, aka in the building tonight, folks.
Yes, sir.
Got some first round playoff games and talk about two games a night. Well, one and a quarter of a game at least. And we'll just zing from there. Turk, what's going on, boss?
Man, not much. Just happy to be live on the Young Gunner podcast, man. It's a blessing.
Oh yeah, something like that. All right, so let's take a look. Let's talk about some of these games. Game ones at least.
Yep.
To start off, Miami, Milwaukee, they played first Saturday. So what were your thoughts on that game?
Man, well, actually, I was out watched the whole first half. Was out on the golf course second half. Buy bread on the Bucks. So I was tuned in on the phone, especially fourth quarter in the OT. And man, the first thing I gotta say, how about that 10-second on Giannis at the free throw line? I ain't ever seen that called, man. Like I've seen that last few days on Twitter, people have been talking about showing videos of how slow Giannis is taking at the line, but them to call that in that situation, I think it was a 1 point game and less than 30 seconds or less left, and he gets the 10-second called. I was like, man, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that killed him.
Yeah. 6 for 13 from the line he was.
Yeah, he was kind of brutal from the line, but yeah, nonetheless, didn't even have a chance to go in.
Yeah.
Middleton taking the last shot. I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that if you want a guy going on off the dribble. I mean, I think he's a guy. He's kind of he's been a very underrated, underappreciated, like two players as far as the best player on the team is concerned. But
no doubt, yeah, I think he's underrated, but at times he can kind of disappear. Which, I mean, if he's been an all-star, he gotta, in the playoffs, you gotta show up. Giannis can't carry the Bucks the whole way through without Middleton stepping up, Drew Holiday stepping up.
yeah, what do you think about the Holiday edition? I felt like, I mean, I said a couple of days ago when I was in one of these, I feel like Holiday is going to be an X factor for them in the playoffs. But if they get stuck with the Nets next round, assuming they get past Miami, I mean, defensively, what he brings to the table, I feel like that's going to be huge for Milwaukee.
Right, a veteran, who Drew Holiday's a guy who he's going to show up night in, night out. I definitely like that pickup for the Bucks.
You see Miami moving forward. You see Miami winning any games against Milwaukee. You're down 28 right now.
Right. The way this game's going right now is going to definitely change my answer. Before the game, I still thought we were probably going to be seeing 7 games, but the way this is looking, it's looking like Miami's going to be lucky to get 2. Though I'll probably still give them 1, but for them to even win 2, the way this game 2 is looking, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think if them yellow uniforms cursed them, they should have never pulled them out.
I've never seen those. Those are I don't know. I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, they weren't bad. It just, I don't think of the Miami Heat, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs, I was surprised they pulled them out.
Yeah, my first thought was like, what do they got Pacers uniforms on for? But
right.
Oh man. All right, so that was the first game. Then we had second game was Boston Brooklyn, right?
Right.
Yeah, I have money on the Brooklyn Nets in the first half, by the way, because I was like, they're gonna come out just going crazy.
Oh yeah, you're sick.
Yeah,
they were down by what, 5-10?
Yeah, there was 21-16 after the first quarter. I was like, I thought James Harden would have 16 in the first quarter himself.
Yeah.
The freaking team as a whole. Then they start the third quarter out on an 18-4 run. Should have doubled down on it, but I didn't. I was like, I'm just going to let my Blazers money line ride for the rest of that Saturday, and didn't want to chase too much. But
yeah, I think that's going to be a quick series. Injuries suck. I wish we had Jaylen Brown.
yeah.
Jaylen Brown was in the series. I mean, at least Celtics might get themselves 1 or 2. I don't think they'll even get 1 now.
Yeah, that's then 7.5 points is the first game line. Now it's 9.5 for the second game. So Vegas is agreeing with us there.
Yeah, I think I'd probably yeah, I'd buy a couple points and comfortably probably go with a net 6.5.
Yeah, I actually took them for a sweep at plus 240.
Yeah, I like those odds.
I felt like that was good value. I mean, if you bet money line individually each game, you're gonna be putting a lot of money down to get a little bit. So I figured I might as well take a plus 240. And my thinking behind it was basically every night for the first 4 games, I have Brooklyn that's, plus 230 because
Right.
units. So let it
Yeah,
rock.
yeah, no, I like that. I saw it just somewhere on Twitter today. Someone bet some crazy amount, 2 or 3 or 400,000 on Nets just to win the series, and it only paid out 28,000. A lot of people were giving dude hate for it, but personally, if you got that kind of money, that's a smart investment. That's a guaranteed 28,000.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
All right. Then we had Portland, Denver was the third game. Portland started off, they were up after the first quarter, down at the half, and then they ended up winning the game by 10 or 11, right?
yeah, they pulled away a little bit at the end, but the biggest thing that pops out to me in that game was just because for one reason I had it in a bet and it killed me. Jokic having 1 assist, man.
Oh, okay.
I had it was a degenerate play, a same game parlay. Had what was it? I had 10 legs to it, right?
Okay.
I put $5 on it. It was to win 1.1K. Everything hit, but I had Jokic 8 or more assists, and man's only had one.
That sucks.
Right, Lillard 5 threes, McCollum 3 threes, Lillard 30 points, Jokic 30 points, MPJ 20, McCollum 20, Nurkic 15, Aaron Gordon 10, Melo 10, all hit. Then Jokic gonna do me like that.
That's brutal.
Right, that's how my luck be going on the book.
Yeah, I feel like those degenerate parlays, I'll throw those together and it's like you get down to like the last leg or two and it's just like something that you think will be fairly easy and just always comes back to get you.
Every time, but I still like always throwing a couple $5-10 on it. You know what I mean? One of these days I'm gonna hit.
Yeah, right. That matchup wise, I felt like I put money on Portland in a sweep and Portland in 5. Me personally, just thinking about those teams, like out of the top, even just the starters, like out of the top 10 starters with those dudes on the floor, I feel like Portland has 5 of the top 6, and then you can stretch it to 5 of the top 7 guys.
You think 5 of the top 6?
Yeah,
You think
listen,
you think Covington? You're taking Covington or Nurkic over Michael Porter Jr.
no, all right, probably not. Probably 5 of the top. But I mean, honestly, I feel like they just have too much. And then, I mean, you got Melo off the bench. It's just like, I feel like Portland just got too much for Denver to handle. If Jamal Murray was in, I think it'd be a little bit of a different
For sure.
But yeah, as far
If Jamal Murray was playing, that'd be an all time classic
Yeah.
series. But yeah, I think that Denver will get a couple more wins than you have them getting. I could see it going to 6. Denver getting 2 probably, but
hopefully not for the sake of my wallet.
right,
But yeah,
right.
I feel that. It was just one of those things. I'm looking at,
For value, yeah, I feel you for that.
had to let it rip. So I really like their roster though. I feel like top to bottom they're pretty solid.
Yeah, and I think they were obviously battling injuries. CJ missed a lot of time. Nurkic was out. So, but if the Blazers were fully healthy, that's what I think people been sleeping on the Blazers. The
Yeah.
fully healthy Blazers squad, they'd be probably like a 3rd seed type,
Yeah.
top 3 seed for sure.
Norman Powell's electric too. Like that dude, he does what he needs to do. I think he's averaging like 17 in Toronto, but like Damon, CJ are gonna do their thing. But Norman Powell's good if one of them's off night or one of them gets a blow, like he could step up and get buckets while they're out. So
Yeah, he is. I can't say a Norman Powell hater, but I definitely ain't too big on Norman Powell. But I definitely started respecting him more since he came to Portland. I see him a little more often. So I never really watched him that much in Toronto. I don't really care for anyone on the Raptors roster like that, so I ain't really see too many Raptors games. I ain't know his game like that for real.
I got you. All right, then we had Sunday or no?
Yeah, you skipped the clip show.
That Saturday. I'm getting I don't
Yeah,
remember this stuff anymore, but yeah, Dallas and the Clippers. I thought the Clippers would have a 6-game series. And I thought they'd take that, but I think I underestimated Luca a little bit. Luca's like head and shoulders on game one at least. He was head and shoulders above everybody.
yeah, he definitely was. He's tough, man. But the Clippers are just disappointing. Like, I don't like the Clippers, but if I was a Clippers fan, I'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like they're a top 5 team all year. Even with missing guys, PG and Kawhi, they're never at full strength. And then they get in here to the playoffs. They got good defense. Mavericks got a bottom 10 defensive team in the league, and they just like you couldn't even tell the Mavs were dominated the whole game from the tip, really.
Yeah. Yeah, Luka went nuts. Porzingis went nuts. I think Hardaway had 21. I was big on Hardaway being like, if Luka and KP, they can go in, throw in their 50, 60, whatever they're going to get a night. But
Right, that's a given. Yeah, I agree with you on that. If Hardaway and them dudes step up, then yeah, the
and
Mavs can be dangerous.
Finney Smith, I like him. He played a good game too. Those dudes stepped up, and they do that again. I mean, Clippers offensively don't seem to have
They're
one.
not.
They're not going to go
Yeah,
out and score you, so they got to rely on the defense. And if they're not getting it done on the defensive end, then
right, for sure. Personally, I didn't understand why they ever let Lou Will go. That was a stupid move to me. And then even a move further back is I don't know why they let Harold go.
yeah,
Them two off the bench, they was killing, man. Those dudes are killing. You just let them go. I like the Rondo addition though.
yeah. Hey, further back yet, the Clippers let Tobias go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't understand those moves.
Here's the thing, real quick, on the Tobias. You look at the Pistons, right? Like Tobias was on the Pistons. You had freaking Christian Wood on the Pistons. You had Andre
Yeah.
on the Pistons. You had Spencer Dinwiddie on the Pistons.
Your boy Luke Kennard, speaking of the Clippers.
Kennard, and then Ish Smith. He's coming off the bench for Washington.
Yeah.
I always loved that dude's game. Like
Yeah, for sure.
they had Reggie Jackson. Like they had a whole bunch of dudes there, but
They're like the Pittsburgh Pirates, a farm team for the rest of the league. But I don't know, man. The Clippers, I thought they could be all right this year. Just looking at their lineup, like their starting 5, they got Kawhi and PG, obviously can get a bucket whenever they want. But then they got Marcus Morris, who's a below average offensive player in the league. Zubac, he's all right, but he ain't gonna get you a bucket. And then Pat Bev, he's just out there to play D, you know what I mean? So I feel it's too easy if these guys aren't hitting shots to stop the Clippers, really.
yeah, I like that. See. I think Philly and Washington played first Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, I thought Washington competed a little bit more than I thought they were going to. I took an alternate line of Philly -4.5. So that 3 by Beal at the buzzer that rimmed out for them to win by 7 instead of 4.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was big.
he got down there and I'm like, no freaking way. Like he's gonna drill this thing and I'm out. But he freaking rimmed out. So I feel like Washington competed a lot more than I thought they were going to. I thought Philly would just handle them, but even with Tobias Harris throwing a freaking scoring clinic in the first half.
That was nuts. No one saw that coming.
Yeah.
I mean, he's capable of that, but 37, he was getting buckets.
I was in the pregame. I was scrolling through like player odds for top top point scorer, and B was
Yeah.
-130. I think Harris was like in the 20s, and like Simmons was 13. But I was listening to the announcer. He was like, "Yo, I think it was Barkley. They're like, they got to double Embiid and just make somebody else beat them."
Yeah.
Looking at that lineup, if somebody's going to beat them besides Embiid, it's probably going to be Tobias. I mean, Simmons can create, he can get to the rim.
Right. Honestly, to my opinion, they're third. Like, if you're going to go out on an island, a value pick could be Seth Curry for real. I mean, he could go off, hit himself at 7, 8 threes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt like he's a guy he can go do a little bit of everything on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Not really limited to just shooting, just driving. He can do it
How
all.
about, I didn't realize watching this during the game, Ben Simmons 0 for 6 from the free throw line in that game one.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yep. Had 6 points total, was 3 for 9. But, I mean, he was out there. He had 15 boards, 15 assists. So
Killed it.
he getting it done in other ways.
Yeah. You see, I guess we'll talk about that tomorrow when we roll with that. But I was going to say, see him win a game, but 5:20,
Yeah.
2 days. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Then we had the Lakers, the GOAT.
Nah, not to chill out. I mean, that's a whole different debate for another day.
All right. But yeah, the King, man, taking the L. You surprised, or you just kind of like, nah, Phoenix had
I
it?
mean, I am surprised, honestly. I lost bread on that. I had the Lake Show. I was like, as underdogs, I was seeing, you know what I mean? I didn't see any value taking the Suns as underdogs, man.
Yeah.
I just couldn't bet against LeBron at an underdog, honestly.
Dude, that was the same way. I was like, yo, you got LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
I love Schroeder. Kuz off the bench. Drummond's, I don't know what was going on. Like, this dude was a 2020 in Detroit. Like,
Yeah. He don't even, they don't even look for him. He just, it's looking like he ain't going to fit. Like, whatever. If the Lakers get him a ring this year, he's going to get that ring and he's going to be out.
Yeah.
For his sake, hopefully get that ring. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know. The Lakers, they lost 2 game ones last year. Still won it all. So I think definitely no panic if you're a Lakers fan. But it's LeBron definitely concerning, I think.
Yeah. I have a few bucks on Lakers to win the title at 5-1. So
yeah, I like that. They're actually, I think I was just looking earlier, they're at plus 600 now.
Okay. But yeah, Phoenix on the other hand, I mean, they balled out all year. You never even heard anything about them. They were like a game. They lost a tiebreaker with Utah, right?
Yeah.
Out of like the number 1 seed in the West in the NBA, and you really didn't even hear anything about them. It was just,
Right.
typical, like, oh, it's all about LeBron. The Clips, the big 3 in Brooklyn, and like Phoenix just flies under the radar. But I mean, kind of Chris Paul-esque. Like, a dude just goes to work. Any team he's on, they're good. He just handles business. He's not flashing, like, doing all this crazy stuff. He's just winning games.
For sure. That's what I was going to say. They're not overpowered with superstars. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like Devin Booker, he's an emerging superstar, but as of right now, he ain't no top 5. Probably not. He's definitely probably not even top 10 star in the league. But yeah, CP's injuries concern a lot of people. Everyone's talking about, man, CP, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he got hit and
yeah, he looks banged up. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays on the rest of the series. But I mean, Ayton was out there. He was bullying AD.
He's nice.
Yeah, he is. He's skilled, very skilled.
Then they have Dario Saric, whatever.
Yep. Philly.
I like that addition. He reminds me of like a Dino, like Gallinari.
Yeah. Can hit the 3, stretch forward.
Yeah. So I thought that was a good veteran pickup for him. Bridges is tough.
Right. I like their role players a lot, like you just said. Jay Crowder, a veteran, you know what I mean? Shit, I just seen he's 0 for 7 game 1 from 3. He ain't gonna do that every game.
Yeah.
Bridges can shoot the rock. They got that bull from Pittsburgh, Cameron Johnson, come off the bench. He can put it in the hoop. Athletic. You see, I forgot about this. What you think about? I don't know if you were watching when it happened. There's that little scrap late in the second half of that Lakers Suns game.
Yeah, like the fight, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that shit was weak. I don't think anything will come from it.
I don't think anything's gonna come from that.
And it was from no one. It was fucking Cameron Payne, Alex Caruso scuffle, really.
Then Harold like lit him up.
Yeah.
He's just sprinting at him. He didn't even light him up. He like tried to like I don't even know what he's doing. I think he did it on purpose, but he made it seem like an accident, like he just ran into him. Like, dude, your body control isn't that bad. You know what I mean?
He looked like middle school Ret Truck 12 meathead vibes out there, ran through the man real quick. Couldn't control his own strength.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't know about the ejection. I think the ejection was like Payne whipped the ball at Caruso.
Yeah.
I think that was like he hit him, and then when he whipped the ball, I think they were like first technical's hitting him, second ball's throwing the ball at him, and then I think that's why he got ejected.
I think that's one of them things. If Devin Booker do that, they ain't gonna send D Book out of the game with 2 with a fourth. But someone like that do it, they just
unless they
made the call.
Unless they have money on the Lakers, then they'd send them right out.
Right. And bro, how about that next game, that Knicks Hawks? That was the best game of the day, probably.
Except my man Julius Randle was 6-23.
Yeah.
From the field. Could have been a lot better. Yeah, that series is I think Atlanta's gonna win in 7, but I mean they still won in New York, so Knicks will bounce back. I mean, Knicks roster is good. I think
for sure.
Having Mitchell Robinson hurts them a little bit, but at the same time, I think kind of helps them. They play a little bit faster, but that dude Robinson's just a beast.
Yeah, one thing I've never been big on, because he played for the Lakers there for a little bit. I think he came from Detroit for that. Reggie Bullock, man. Every time I see this cat, every time I see him, he chucking up a 3.
Knock down too.
And I understand he can knock him down, but man, that dude got to play his role a little more. That's just my opinion on it, though, for real.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. I gotta pull up this man's stats where I go talking too much shit on.
No, I feel like I mean the Knicks I feel like they got it turned around a little bit. You know, there's a good vibe. Like obviously when you're winning games, they're the number 4 seed. Like hopefully they do get like a superstar to join that squad.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind seeing the Knicks be good.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing them in the playoffs yesterday. The Garden was rocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this man Reggie Bullock shooting 41% clip this year from the 3. So I guess he can keep letting them fly. But every time I see him, he's throwing up bricks.
I don't even remember who they were playing. I was watching their game one night, and he hit like 4 or 5 threes, and he hit like 3 on like 5-6 possessions. I was just like, dang.
Yeah.
He's just lighting it up. But yeah, he can get hot. But yeah, like you said, maybe he's chucking too many up.
Right. I understand their roster pretty loaded, so there really wasn't too much room for him to get minutes like that. But that Obi Toppin pick definitely looking a little bit suspect right now. I mean, it's easy saying after the fact, and it's too early to say because it's his first year, but I was kind of questionable, like, why they had him going that high. Obviously, his athleticism through the charts and shit, but
yeah,
he ain't gonna be able to dunk everything like he did at Dayton in the league. It's kind of showing, I think.
Yeah,
because I mean, shit, Quickly probably their best rookie.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I feel like you give those dudes a couple years, give Toppin a couple years, and I feel like he'll be solid.
Yeah,
I feel like the Lakers pulled the plug too early with Ingram and Julius Randle. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
These dudes are people forget.
Young.
You're not gonna. The NBA is such a higher level than college, and dudes are like thinking these guys are gonna come get drafted. If you don't get drafted in the top three, you're not even playing your first year.
Right.
Usually. You know what I mean?
Right now, and one thing though about topping most of these dudes, like Ingram, for instance, he's probably just now 21, 22. So he was younger, but Obi Toppin, he's 23 right now, 23-year-old rookie. So he's a little bit different than them dudes, but I agree with you 100%. Too many people, 1 year, they have a bad year as a rookie. People write them off. But these dudes are kids, man. They're young dudes.
Right.
Like RJ Barrett, even first year, last year as a rookie, he struggled. But this year, I mean, he's a dog.
Yeah. It just you gotta adapt to it. Like it's literally a lifestyle, you know.
Yeah.
You're on an 8-game road trip. You got like 8 games in 15 days, 18 days, whatever, and you're just that's all you got time for. You fly for 2 or 3 hours, you get off the plane, they go to their shoot arounds at like 2 or 3 in the morning, go to bed, get up, shoot around for an hour or two, and then you got a game. Like
Unless you Jim Harden, that boy at the strip club, he finds time for that. And old lemon pepper Lou.
dude, I saw McFadden sent me it was an Instagram post. It was like, you know, they said Kevin or Harden would never be replaced, and Kevin Porter Jr. comes out, goes to the strip club, drops like 50 or the next.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. He got fined, whatever. He got 50K, I think, then went and dropped a 50-piece nugget next night.
Dude, Harden, I know we already talked about Brooklyn, but I'm a big Harden guy. Like the dude, I feel like he's been one of the best in the league for, I mean, a while. And he offensively, he can do it all.
He definitely can. You see him now in Brooklyn playing more of the. Obviously, he always had the ball in his hands in Houston. Now he's kind of playing backseat role. Even when he do got the rock, he's looking to get more dimes and points. But if he need to, he can go get himself 50 every night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actually just the other night watching that Brooklyn game. A couple more of my buddies, Harden, got a suspect foul call, got to the line, and they was throwing some shade saying, they hate watching Harden play, this and that. But man, if the ref's gonna give him that, he should keep doing that every time. He's unguardable.
I feel like he's so skilled. Like, I mean, he gets fouled. He can sell it a lot, but at the same time, like, you know, from playing, like, you gotta have a certain like level to be drawing fouls like he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it because
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh well, anybody can just run in and throw it up and get fouled and go to the line. I'm like, well, no, if anybody could do it, everybody would do it.
Right. Yeah, same with Trae Young. Trae Young gets a lot of hate for that, but he's just so crafty and so got such a good basketball mind. They're able to draw them fouls that easy.
Yeah, I was literally just going to say that crafty. Like Trae Young, very impressive. I love the Trae Young, John Collins. Like that's a duo.
Yeah, and your Bogdanovich is a stud. They got some young dudes who can hoop.
Got Bogey, Capella, and then people like DeAndre Hunter. Then they got Herder off the bench. They have
right
on the bench. I just freaking love that roster.
Yeah, now that I love that Lou Will pickup. I've been
yeah.
big Lou Will fan, but man's played 13 minutes yesterday, scored 13 points.
Yeah, they got he at the end of the third quarter, I mean, it was Randall's fault. Like he had those 2 turnovers, but I mean, Lou Will got 5 points in the last 40 or 38 seconds of the third.
Yeah.
That swung the momentum big time. I mean, New York was up 7, could have gone 2 for 1. Didn't. Lou Will got a bucket. New York went down. Another Randall turnover. Lou Will hit a 3 at the end of the quarter. That was like momentum swinging, getting them into the fourth quarter. Like, oh, we can get this now. But I feel like Knicks kind of. I mean, it was obviously pretty much all Randall, but they just blew that end of the third quarter, and I feel like that swung of momentum. Atlanta got it rolling in the fourth. Still back and forth though, but
Right, the whole way. I mean, I had money on the Knicks, took another loss on that yesterday, but I mean, there's a point. It was like a minute 30 left. That boy Alec Burks was cooking, man.
like 18 in the fourth quarter or something.
Yeah, on efficient shooting. Yeah, the Knicks was up 5 or 6, I want to say, with like a minute 30 left. I was pretty confident. I started counting my chickens before they hatched. Like, all right, what am I gonna do with this Jazz game? And then that boy Trey just sealed the deal, did his thing.
Yeah, I didn't even bet on that game, to be honest. I thought it could go either way too much. I didn't really see a ton of value
Right.
here, and I was just like, again, I was like, I'm just gonna watch a game for what it's worth. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that was a smart decision on that one. I feel like too. I mean, I'll probably still end up betting it, but it's going to be that way the whole 7 games. You're just going to be damn near flipping a coin for who the team's going to win that particular game, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. I saw there's a tweet. Barstool tweeted it. I'll send it to you right now. I was gonna try to show the camera, but I don't think it's gonna work. It was about Alec Burks and Jordan. Turk 24-23, right?
Yes, sir. On the Twitter, Instagram.
Hey, if all my 8 viewers, all 8 people that view the video want to follow you, hit them up.
Yes, sir.
Might get double digits if you get it on the Twitter account.
Right. Yeah, we gonna go. We gonna get it popping.
All right, last game was Memphis and Utah. Memphis freaking fought their way into the playoffs and then upset.
Kept that momentum rolling, man.
I was talking to some of the kids at school today. I was like, yo, like, I would have rather been Memphis going into that game. You come in off 2 wins, you're feeling good, you've been playing. Utah's been
right. The Jazz had that little break where they hadn't played in a while, and then I was real surprised when I think the game opened like yesterday morning. The line was Grizzlies were minus 300, and then probably like around 2 or 3 o'clock it came out that Donovan Mitchell wasn't going to be playing and only went down to minus 280. So I was like, yeah, I don't understand that. I think that no Donovan Mitchell should have definitely closed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was big. I took after the first quarter, I've been sitting around waiting for the first quarters. I should have seen what they scored in the second, but I took the Grizz plus 8.5 and over 215 at like plus 190. So
yeah, that hit too.
yeah. Basically, one of the things I've been noticing is like they start off slow in that first quarter. Usually the first quarter's hitting the under, and then that second quarter, they like
It's gonna go over, especially if the first under.
end of the first quarter, they'll start getting a groove or like 3 or 4 minutes left, and then they'll just freaking run it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure though it would have been a bad night to be on the under in this Milwaukee Miami first quarter. The Bucks were going nuts.
They have 46 in the first quarter, right?
Yeah.
Dang, they're up 119 to 88.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, this bad of an ass whooping up. It's gonna be interesting to see if Miami will get more than one. I mean, shit, even if they'll get one at this point.
Yeah, right.
It's only 2-0, but yeah, got
that's
dominated.
I mean, that was when the Cavs and Warriors played. When the Cavs won in 7, they were down 3-0. They lost those first couple games by like 30, whatever, 28.
Yeah,
But I don't even remember what it was. But
it's just I was hesitant too coming into this series. Is like the jury's still out on the Bucks. Like, what's Giannis? Is Giannis finally gonna be able to do it in the playoffs? And then yeah, I don't know, but the Heat have been real disappointing throughout the regular season. I think they definitely, I wouldn't say overachieved. Yeah, they definitely overachieved last year in the bubble. That's like the max, the best the Heat could be right there with the roster they got right now. Like I obviously didn't see them getting back to the finals, but I also seen them being a little better than the regular season than they were. they were borderline terrible some nights this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if it's like, yo, we got to the finals and I don't, everybody the league's so adaptable too. So like I don't think they didn't make any additions, you know what I mean? It's like their same roster.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, it's like they got complacent, which I mean, it was really surprising to me. Being Jimmy Butler's the dog, he's the leader of that locker room. I
yeah.
can't. It was real surprising to me that this happened at all. You know, what I mean, I just figured Jimmy Butler wouldn't let that happen. Dudes wouldn't be getting complacent. But I mean, that's what it looks like happened.
Yeah. And even the organization, like I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know
Pat.
what your cap is spending wise, but like, you know, you beat the Bucks. The Bucks had Drew Holiday, and you're just, oh, here's our same squad.
Yeah,
Golden State did that when they had 72 wins. They knew they needed KD the next year. They wouldn't have gotten him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like the league's adaptable. Like Nick Saban says, adapt or die, baby.
yeah,
Like it. I don't know if the film's out on them. Obviously, you got how many people probably for film studies set aside, so they know tendencies can get it, whatever. But I mean, at some point, you think I don't know. They don't have any superstars, but I feel like Dragic is a better player than like right now. I feel like he's better than Kendrick Nunn, but I don't know what the
yeah. I think that hurts them. They mess around too much with. I think both of them are good. Dragic's probably better. Nunn's definitely the better option moving forward. But they found a gem, I think, in Kendrick Nunn.
yeah.
They kind of wrote last year. They rode him while he was hot, and then you get to the playoffs, and they kind of just you barely seen Kendrick Nunn on the floor. They went to Dragic, and now this year they're kind of flip flopping back and forth, and they really haven't got the productivity. I think they'd be better off with just riding with one. You know?
I feel you. Portland, Denver tonight. Who you got? Who you like? You're
I like.
probably not going with me if you think Denver's going to win 2 games and they're at home tonight. You're probably going to ride with Denver, huh?
Yeah, I think Denver's getting two, but I like. I don't know. See, I think that's what I don't know about that series. The more I think about it, Denver might not get two because I like Portland tonight. And I mean, I think Portland's just clearly the better team 1 through 5, like you were saying earlier about obviously Jokic is great and Michael Porter Jr. is real good. But after that, without no Jamal Murray, that really hurts. No Will Barton's out. They lost Gary Harris. Like them dudes definitely had a big part in the Nuggets' success.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Nuggets are good. I wasn't trying to, I got probably a little over, what do you want to say, overzealous saying they got 5 of the top 6. But I mean, 5 of the top 7.
Yeah, I don't think that's a stretch by any means. They definitely probably got 5 of the top 7. Nurkic is tough, man. Nurkic is really underrated, I feel.
He is. First basket. Who you taking here? You a big odds guy, or you like, nah, one of these dudes are gonna get it?
And I don't see as first like degenerate of a gambler as I am. That's one thing I'll never mess with is the first baskets because that shit like you might as well just flip a coin and pray on that. But people be hitting them, and I mean it's definitely value there.
Yeah,
But I'm trying to read your screen right now. Out of them, yeah, I'd probably go with the Nurkic or the Aaron Gordon personally.
okay, so you're a value guy. Give somebody 8, 9 to 1. I like that.
Yeah, just because of how much of a risk, you know what I mean? I definitely have bet those a couple of times, and I don't know, I just throw whatever on it.
Are you taking Portland money line? Or are you gonna look at an alternate spread?
I'd go Portland. Portland still plus like 100, plus 110
Plus one.
money line. Yeah, I like that. Or honestly, yeah, probably the money line's a safe play.
I took minus 2.5 last
Portland minus 2.5.
earlier for the first game. This game, thinking about doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If like we're both heavy on the Portland tonight, if they're gonna win, they're obviously gonna win by a couple. So get the extra juice from them. Might as well. I like it.
I was gonna take them at double digits. That FanDuel has like the 11 plus for the win margin.
Yeah.
It was like plus 440. I was like, that's. I mean, for me personally, I just didn't see the value there to rip that. I was hoping it was gonna be like an 8-1, 9-1, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A couple. I thought it would be the odds would be a little bit better for that, but or payout would be better.
How about no one shot coming the other day there? Melo's outbreak started off 6 for 6.
All right.
I think I like if you got confidence in Melo again tonight. I saw someone messing with this bet on Twitter and I like it a lot. It's simple, but it's probably not gonna hit, but the odds are crazy and we both like the Blazers. Blazers money line parlayed with Melo to score 20. $10 on that would win you 154 plus 1,543 odds. The 20 is probably a stretch, but I mean, even if you go down to the 15, it's still nice odds.
Player, yeah, let's all right, so the match bet, fire these off at me. The Joker or Dame Lillard, who's scoring more tonight?
Lillard, I think.
Porter Jr. or McCollum?
Porter Jr.
Aaron Gordon or Nurk?
I think Aaron Gordon gets his shots up.
All right, I like it. Player performance doubles. This is where I told you I saw one that was 70 to it's 65-1 now. Norman double. That's not your guy though. I don't know. Yeah. It ain't like you get 10 points and assists combined or boards and assists combined for that.
Right. Yeah, I'm pulling up his game one stat line real quick, trying to see what he was.
Dame Lillard triple doubles 70-1 with a Portland win.
Right. I just don't see the rebounds having any chance, any legs there. The assist double I like to hit, but the odds probably the payout ain't really worth even throwing that. He could potentially not get 10 assists.
Plus 560 for the double. 5
What?
5-3 Portland to wins plus 470 for Dame Lillard.
Yeah, I like the 5 threes more than the double or triple double.
Covington 10 points Portland to win plus 480. I mean, he's gonna get 5 or 6 shots. He's gonna have a heck of a shooting percentage.
Yeah,
get that. But
I'm personally. I like whenever we're going to player doubles because you're just risking more than just a win. I like going with the top 2 player on each team with them. So it has in the past been great value is because CJ really hasn't had over 30. Like the other night there, you were talking when you went with him 35. He's only done that once all year, but he's capable of it at any time. Like that's one where's it at?
By the way, he had 20. I think he had 23 in the first quarter and 27 at the half. And
that was
I need 8 points in the second half. And then he had 2 in the second half, finished with 20. Yeah. It was a close game. Dame just iced them out.
Yeah, that was nuts. But one of the player doubles I like a lot is that if you're going to be looking for like value per se, like a high odds, or that McCollum 30 in Portland win at plus 900. That's that's a nice little payday for you. And I think that could definitely happen. I'm a big CJ fan though, so I'm biased towards that. But
I feel you. I had the Norman Powell double just dropped to 55-1. That was after I bet on it. Okay. I'm moving the line, baby. Yeah. I'm just playing. I didn't move that.
Did it? I seen it did go down. That's yeah.
I wonder. It starts at 10:20. I was wondering if the game started and he got like a board and a putback or something crazy.
Right. Usually the player doubles, to my knowledge, as I've seen them anyway, as soon as the game starts, you can't bet a player double.
Okay. Yeah, I'm riding Portland I don't know. It might just hit like -2.5. What was that? +136 or something.
Yeah.
I feel like
That,
that's good
that,
value. I mean, I thought about +138. I thought about taking like +3.5 and just loading it, but I'm just gonna might just ride a -2.5 again. I feel like they're gonna win it, you know,
yeah. I like that.
but we'll see what happens. All right. You wanna get on here tomorrow and zing for tomorrow's games? We got 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm about that for sure.
All right. You got anything else to add? Anything crazy for the Portland Denver game before we go?
Something crazy for it's gonna be too late for the 8 viewers to see, but if anyone would happen to be watching this live, a little play for a long shot, Dame getting 40
Yeah,
tonight.
I like that.
I mean,
Against
Dame
Compazzo or something.
yeah, he was hacking the hell out of Dame that last year. He's one of them dudes you hate playing against. That's what he got to do to be out there though. But that dude give it 100%. He be holding, hacking. But yeah, man, first little go of this shit was cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I wish I had more time. I say that every time I get on here. It's just like it's fun just getting on here and shooting the
Right, yeah. No, we were on here for a minute though.
All right. Yeah, let's rip, dude. We can make this a duo. We'll get zinging.
Hell yeah, we'll have to have some special celebrity guests on here every once in a while for sure.
Hey, and another thing we'll do, come over this weekend and we'll just go live and I'll just prop my phone up in the corner. We'll just go nuts.
I bet.
I wish
Yeah,
so bad that I would have had a camera up there during the Browns Steelers game in week like what of the playoffs for sure.
You and Porter there, you showing y'all
I was jumping over my futon. I was going freaking nuts. Like, yeah, it was wild. But yeah, we'll have to get that and some Dave Portnoy-esque stuff.
Yeah, that would be good for sure.
But all right, dude. We'll be back on here tomorrow and we'll rip it up.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, thanks for coming on. Let's
Yep.
win some money. Let's go Portland.
Yep. All right, later.
All right, later, bro.